Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dee and I write under the pen name Skye Winter for fun, steamy romances. I'm a romance writer, y'all. I love romance. And if that's something you're into too, if you like romance as a main plot, subplot, or just little flickers here and there, if you're a reader of romance or a writer of romance, this series is for you. That's right, it's the Tropey series that's been requested of me for so long. Before I get into that, a little bit about myself. Again, I write under the pen name Skye Winter. Right now, you can find 6 romances that are short and sweet and each can be read in under, say, 2-ish hours, even if you're not a fast reader. And so you can check out one a day. There's 6 of them, and they're under Pride Mountain's Montgomery series and Pride Mountain's Holiday series. All 6 were released last year, but they are timeless because they give a cute vibe with steamy moments that make sense. So if you are interested in diving into romance but don't want to dive head first into the spice, then check out the series I have going on. It's completed. It's the Pride Mountains Montgomery series, and then you have a spin-off holiday book. So check those 6 out. This year I'm coming with a whole new vibe. Skye will have a whole new vibe. That'll be announced soon, so stay tuned for that. But if you're looking for a quick read, check it out. I also do beta reading on Fiverr, Upwork, and Ko-fi. All the links will be down below, and I have a cover shop, guys. Diverse book designs. Again, the link will be down below. I do cover design, website designs, swag designs, interior formatting or designing, or books can be houses. So check those out. All the links will be down below. And that's enough about me. Let's dive into what we're going to be talking about today. Today's Tropey Tuesdays video, yes, I know it's a Tuesday, takes on a new format. First of all, it will be now on Tuesdays, and it will be in seasons. So this first season will be covering tropes that can be found in romance subplots, romance main plots, and things that you need to consider, whether you're just starting out, whether you've been writing romance for a while, whether successfully or still finding your way. This can help you out. These are tips that I would have loved when I was starting out in 2019 with nothing to go off as a deer in headlights. I went out of my way trying to reinvent the wheel when that wasn't what the readers wanted. So if you want to understand what romance readers want, how to be successful writing romance, and how to figure it out. I'm still figuring it out. It's a long-term process, but if you want help to get a little leg up, this series can help you out. Today, we will be diving into tropes. What are tropes? How is it different than chasing a trend? And why you need to incorporate it into your writing. So if that's something that you're looking to understand, stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome back. As I said, today we'll be diving into tropes. What are tropes? How are they different than trends? And why you need to do them. In the series going forward, in season 1, I'll be tackling individual tropes, doing a deep dive, basically walking you through what each trope is, giving you examples from all forms of media, giving you examples of how you can write them into your book, and maybe giving you a prompt that you can use to work on that writing that trope and explain, basically get an idea of what it feels like, and you can ask whatever questions you have or whatever you realize that you come upon that may help others. You can drop them down in the comments, right? That's for the season going forward, what to expect from the season. Today, however, we're starting off general because I have understood now that a lot of people don't understand what a trope is. A lot of people think they're chasing trends, and it's not. If you're in the writer space, you've heard, especially the romance writer space, you've often heard that you should write to market, use those tropes, and not trend chase. But what is the difference? Did you realize that in every form of media you watch, you identify some patterns? It gets to the point where you'll be watching a movie and you can say, I bet this and this and this is going to happen. And guess what? This and this and this does happen. And you feel a sense of satisfaction and you say, I knew it. I told you. That's because all these forms of media are using trope. A trope is not a romance thing. It can be found throughout all forms of literary fiction, whether that's movies, writing, songs, poetry. It's found across the board. And so let's dive into what exactly a trope is and how does it differ from chasing a trend. Okay, the best definition I've seen of a trope so far is from Masterclass. If you see me looking down, it's because my computer is down there, so I'm reading the definition from there. So bear with me. So it's basically telling you that literary tropes are time-tested methods of employing figurative language to enrich a written work. It goes on to say, what is a trope? Their definition is the word trope comes from the Greek word tropos. Do not butcher me if I butchered that word. I apologize to anyone that's Greek and watching my video. Meaning a turn or change in direction. All right, so I think that's the best one I found. Tropes have different. The word trope has different meanings. So you're going to find most times you're going to find literary tropes being defined as like using hyperboles and literary tropes, hyperbole, similes, the English explanation. But when it comes to writing to market, right, a trope is ideally, as the second one said, right, a change, a turn, a change in direction. It's those common themes that you see throughout all forms of media that prompt a change or prompt the plot to jump forward, right? These are the simple things that you see throughout media. In romance, a popular one is enemies to lovers. It drives that enemies to lovers trope will drive the whole plot along. In fantasy, it's the chosen one, right? Where you'll see basically the chosen one is the person that is discovering everything or is getting all these things happening to them, not understanding what's going on because they're the chosen one. In thriller or mystery, it is the stalker serial killer, right? It's just it's basically themes that you will see throughout multiple instances of that genre, subgenre, just the things you can identify easily of what you identify, what readers identify with, what viewers identify with, and what they enjoy, right? So if that's a trope, how is it different from a trend? Definition-wise, a trend, according to the Cambridge Dictionary, is a general development or change in a situation or in the way that people are behaving, right? So basically, it's what's hot right now in our terms, right? A trend is what's hot right now, what's popping, right? You turn TikTok on and you realize a lot of people are talking about fake dating, right? I don't know anything about fake dating. I am not even interested in writing or reading fake dating, but you know what? A lot of people are talking about it, so I'm going to write that. Here's the problem with chasing a trend. When you chase a trend of you go out of your way to work on something that's popping right now, right? Do people still say popping? I'm old, okay? I'm old. That's hot right now is the fact that a trend can fizzle in a day. So you could go on, say, TikTok or Instagram and see that fake dating is trending right now, or books. Not even so, because trends are very specific. So not even say fake dating, but trends are very specific. So the trend would be fake dating with a muscular mafia man that is 20 years her senior and her father's best friend, right? It's like it ties 4 or 5 different tropes together. And that's what's hot right now. So then you'll go ahead and you'll see a bunch of them. You'll see falling for my dad's muscular best friend, falling for my dad's mafia muscular best friend, falling for my dad's older muscular best friend. And you'll see them repeatedly over and over and over and over. And there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is when you're writing, I don't know how long it takes y'all to write, okay? I think I'm a relatively fast reader, a relatively fast writer. But sometimes it takes me a whole month. It just took me a whole month to finish a short. Life happens, right? And it's not that I couldn't write it, it's just that I was going through a lot of sicknesses, a lot of back and forth. My mental wasn't right. It was a whole ordeal, right? It sometimes takes you a month, 2 months, 3 months. Heck, it's taken me 4 months to finish the first draft of a book before. You never know. And when you're chasing a trend, when you get to month 2, month 3, month 4, by that time the trend has changed. The trend has done changed. So it makes no sense you put that specific book out because, I mean, sure, it might sell to 1 or 2 people, but the majority of people that were craving it have passed. They've dissipated. And so you've spent so much of your time, so much of your energy pouring into this book when the trend passed, right? So that's why we often say don't chase trends. But if you realize, I did call some tropes into explaining what are trends. So how is a trope different? And how is writing to market different? Now, the correct ways to use tropes is to write to market. Now, writing to market basically just means you're including things that the market enjoys, right? So you're writing romance. You know that there are certain things that readers enjoy in romance. They like love. Some people love triangles. Not everyone. It's not a trend, right? Some people enjoy fake dating. Some people enjoy billionaires. Some people enjoy hate to love. Some people are enemies to lovers. Some people enjoy best friends, polygon love. Some people enjoy office romances. The list goes on, right? They're tried and through themes that you know romance readers will enjoy, right? How it differs from a trend is that these are themes that have been existing for years and are still being consumed on a rapid and ravage on a rapid ravage on a rapid and I can't think of the word right now, but a lot of people still enjoy and read this on a daily basis, right? Now, how you include this to write to market is that you look at the list of tropes, not trends, and you think of what you would enjoy. You're writing this book. You're probably going to be living in this book for months and then worse years if it's like a series or a couple of months at least, right? So you want to ensure something that you have a genuine interest in writing, first of all, right? Figure out what you have a genuine interest in writing and then see how you can tweak that to fit into one of the molds already created for you, right? Romance readers are very, very, very sure we want new things, but we are creatures of habit. We like what we like, and we like when it's done well. Give us what we like with an interesting twist, interesting tweak, interesting take on it, and we will gobble it up. And we will tell the whole world about it. And we'll go down the street to tell our book clubs that also like the same tropes that we like. That's how you get people to connect with your book. Sure, they'll also connect with your characters, but your characters can be written towards a specific theme or trope, i.e. curvy woman, or i.e. BWWM, which is like black woman, white male, interracial romance. It's a trope. Forced proximity, your couple is forced together and when you're forced together being with someone, especially someone that you may not like, because you can tie tropes together, right? It creates a dynamic that romance readers love, right? And we see it in movies, we see it in books, we see it in everything because it's tried and true and it works. So what you want to do is study the market or watch a series, because I'm telling you the tropes that are in the market. So you want to study the market in your specific genre. Find out what themes exist. Find out what themes are constantly being written about, right? And you can go back and prove it that it's not a trend. Go back to 2014, go back to 2013, go back to 2010. See what the tropes were then. See what the themes that existed were then, right? Come back to 2024, see what themes are still popular today, and then you'll find your tropes. Because the difference between a trope and a trend is while a trend will dissipate in a matter of days, weeks, months, sure, it may come back, but it's not constant. It doesn't stand the test of time. Versus the tropes, you'll find it 10 years ago. You'll find it 15 years ago. You'll find it if you go through every year of published books. You'll find the similar themes being repeated. Why? Because readers love them. Readers expect them. They want them. Now, like with any good thing in the world, things can be overused, things can be abused, right? So when you choose these tropes, you want to present them with a fresh take. You want to present them with, even if it's something that you know is so common, like the fake dating one. I think I've seen multiple things with fake dating because someone needs a date for a wedding, or fake dating because they're being pressured by their family or the people around them to date, or fake dating because they just don't want people up in the business, right? So they're basically just saying, hey, I have a man. Prove it. Where you gonna get a man from? You're gonna find one. You're gonna fake it till you make it, right? I've seen these done over and over and over, but guess what? Every time I see them, I love them. So it's like, I know it's coming. I can basically tell you, hey, I bet you this person is going to end up with that person. I bet you they're going to pretend, and I see it happening. But guess what? I love it because I feel like I know what's going on. I feel like I can follow it. I'm not lost in the sauce. And that's the gift you give your reader when you use a trope, right? That's the gift you give your reader. And when you write with tropes, you'll give that reader the gift today. You'll give that reader that gift 10 years from now, and you'll give that reader that gift 5, 6, 7, in between, all the years in between and all the years after, because you've used a tried and true method that works. I know a lot of new authors want to recreate the wheel. And I can tell you, especially in romance, sure, you can recreate the wheel, but use the molds created for you. That's like building a house and not following any of the conventional things that have been set up before you. Building a house and not laying the foundation, not going brick by brick by brick, deciding you're going to build a roof before you build a base. It doesn't work. It will crumble. So why not use the foundation that has been set for you and build on it and build a sturdy and reliable structure? It's a no-brainer when you think about it, right? It's like, I know we all want to be creative. We are creatives. And how you're going to be creative is that you're going to take that foundation and you're going to spin it in a way that you can enjoy. Spin it in a way that screams you. Spin it in a way that screams your brand. And when you figure out how to do that, replicate it repeatedly and see the difference. All right, I'm going to end it here. I hope I did clearly distinct what the difference between a trend and a trope is and why tropes are important. If I did not and you still have questions, drop them down in the comments below. If you think I did a good job, let me know, because sometimes I'm a little delulu thinking I'm doing a great job when I'm really not. So let me know so that I can correct it going forward and present the information in a manner that will resonate with you. All right? And also, if you have any comments to add to what I said that you think will be helpful to the community, let us know below. Do not come with any negativity, guys. Every one of us have different opinions. Every one of us have varying ideals. Respect them. All perspectives are valid. All opinions are valid, right? And we are all entitled to our own opinion, our own perspective. So if you have a different perspective of what anything I said today or going forward, let me know as well, and we can start a discussion. All right? Respectful discussion. No mess will be tolerated here, guys. No mess. Mm-mm. No mess, only the best. Down in the comments. Again, my name is Dee. I write under the pen name Skye Winter. I write romance books. So if romance or love is your jam, go ahead and check me out. All my books are currently available in Kindle Unlimited and are available for you to grab right now. So if you haven't checked them out yet, help a girl out. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified each and every time. Hit that subscribe button and ding the bell. You gotta ding the bell too. That's how you get notified. So I'm rusty. I'm rusty on these outros, intros. Forgive me. But ding that bell so that you can be notified each and every time a video goes live. That is a video in this Tropey Tuesdays series where every Tuesday I'll be discussing specific tropes, how to implement them, giving you examples and giving you prompts to practice, or my Am I the A-hole series that is coming on a specific day. I won't tell you yet because I haven't decided yet. And even for simple tips in writing, my journey, what I'm comfortable sharing, and other things that may be helpful along your writer journey, whether that is writing romance, writing poetry, writing fantasy, writing sci-fi, writing thriller, writing whatever you feel like is your jam. Stay tuned because I'm guaranteed there'll be tips that you can use along the way too. We're just all here trying to grow together, be successful together, and why not form a little community that we can have a dialogue and discuss things that we want to know. Also, if there's something that you're curious about that you think that I may be able to help you with publishing wise, then drop the question down below as well, and I may actually gather them and do Q&As along the way. So that is all I have for you today, guys. If you feel like I did a good job, or if you feel like you got something out of this, go ahead and hit that like button so I can know that the content helped you and that you're enjoying what we're going, or that you're just happy to have this series back. Until next time, guys, be good, save your work, hydrate, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. So I do, they, because I'm speaking of myself and the third person.